Okay, I'm going to head to my LCS because I have a submission to pick up. So I decided to send another submission in. And this here is basically a test. So I've got a stack of cards here that I've cracked out of the cases. And because I thought the grades could have been better. And then when I cracked them out, I found that some of them might not be better. And I guess I'm going to see. So first off, I got this Alonzo Mourning. It's just a regular Tops. It is east to west. It was graded a 9, which I didn't really have a problem with it, but I have it in a 9 already, and I was trying to get a 10. And I think I picked the wrong one to crack open and resend. So I'm going to resend it anyway and see if it's come out better or the same, hopefully. Next up, I have the Allen Iverson Tops East-West that I cracked out. And it was a 9, which is the same situation with the other one. I thought maybe I already have it in a 9. Maybe I can get one of my 9s to cross over to it or up a grade. So I just cracked them open, cleaned them up again. Okay, next up is the Stadium Club. This is the Class X. It's a members only. I didn't think it was a members only, but if you see it, it's real faint. This one came back a 5. The borders were real good on here, and I couldn't figure out why this was a 5. When I cracked it out, there's like a dent right in here. But I thought with the dent that I could probably still at least get a 6 or 7. So one grade up, 1 or 2 grades up higher than that. And that's the only flaw, because if you look at the borders, the front and the back are better than a lot of ones I've seen. The dent, you can't even see it in the back. And the only reason I found it is because I ran my hand over it and you can feel it. But it was a 5, and hopefully I can get a 6 or 7. And I might send it to someone else. Next up, I got the Finest. This one here, I got it back. I sent it in when we had the coating on it, and it was an 8. So I took the coating off, got it back, and they gave me a 7. There was some bunch of fingerprints on it, so I'm hoping maybe I can get it back to an 8 at least. So I'm gonna send that one in. And what? I'm only out the $20 almost. I got to put in it, and the $20 before, because I've had these cards for years, so I figured I might as well try. Next up, Finest Refractor. This one was bothering me, but if you look closely in this corner, there is a problem with this corner, and I seen that when I cracked it open. But I thought it was better than a 5. You see, the coloring is good, slight hulking, but it's very minimal compared to a lot of ones I've seen. The borders, the edges, everything's is great on this card, except for there's some scratches right up in here, and it's off. I mean, it's on the border. I thought this card was better than a 5, so I may send it to somebody else and see if I can get better than a 5, because 1 or 2 more, a grade higher, be better than what it is. Next up, same situation. This is the Refractor. This is the Best Shots. I sent it in, came back a 6. I thought the card was better than a 6. Now, these surfaces do get some scratching, but the biggest problem with these are the yellowing, and the clarity on this card was outstanding. I just thought it was better than a 6, so I thought I'd give it another try. And like I said, I've had these cards for many years. I chuck it up to as my entertainment. So I'm only out the 20 before, and the 20 it's going to cost me this time. Next up is the Atomic Refractor in the Best Shots, which is the same deal. This card was a 7. I thought it could have been better than a 7. But if I can get an 8 out of it, I'd be okay with. But I thought it was better than a 7. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna shoot this one. Shoot this one up the ladder, or I send it to somebody else. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm gonna try PSA or another grading company. And the last one is the Rock Color Blast. I just got back. I got upcharged $80, and I did a blind reveal, and I thought it was a 10, but they gave me a 9. I've looked at the few 10s they had on eBay, and they look just like this one. We thought maybe it was the back border, but they were the same. I just wanted to take a chance at another grading company and see if I can get this one better than a 9. Because I thought it was better than a 9, and it's possible. And this will be the last shot I take at it. If it comes back a 9, again, that's it. But I thought I'd take a shot. And I opened this in a pack. It cost me a few $100 for the box, but that's what my entertainment is. So I don't take what money it cost me to get this card. I look at what it cost me to grade it. So 85, and then whatever I gotta do this next time. It might be a different grading company, so I don't get the upcharge, but I don't know. It might look good in a black tuxedo. But that's it for now. Okay. I wasn't going to make this video because these cards over here I've already sold. These are only 3 cards that I kept, but all 5 of these Michael Jordan cards I sold. But I'm going to go ahead and record it anyway. So the first one was I'll go with the ones that I sold already, the Michael Jordan. I sent them all to SGC, and all of them came back higher with the exception of one. So this Stadium Club Members Choice Class Act was a 5. This one here, surprisingly, came back an 8. I mean, I was shocked on it, but I sold it. I changed my collection up. I'm not keeping anything under a 9. So I decided to go ahead and get rid of them. This Finest Jordan was a 7. This card here did go up, but it only went up to a 7.5. The Finest Refractor was a 5, and it went up to a 6.5. So it was a slightly better grade than what I had before. The Jordan Refractor was a 6. This is the Bowman's Best Shot. It was a 6. And when I got it back, this card was a 7. This here is the Atomic Refractor, was a 7. This is the only one that came back the same grade. So those 5 I sold because they no longer fit in my PC. These here will probably go for sale, or I'll get rid of, because I do have these already in a 10. But I have them in a 9. I want them in a 10. But this one here was a 9. Came back a 9.5. This one here, the Allen Iverson, was a 9. Misspoke because I think this card also came back the same grade. So 2 cards came back with the same grade. from SGC. And last but not least is the Rock Color Blast, which was a 9. And this one I really wanted to get back because I thought it was a 10. But they gave me a 9.5. But it's going to stay that way. And I do think it looks good in this black tuxedo.